Hi, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs, and welcome to Coffee and Kickstarter. And today we're going to be talking about a couple of different things, and I'm going to get right into it. I thank you for being here, and we're going to jump into a very hot topic of mine, which relates to my personal occupation, plus a couple of Kickstarters that was handled well and one that wasn't handled so well. And so let's just get right into it. Well, guys, I had a nice rant going on, but too bad I didn't turn the sound on and didn't put my headphones on. So I'm going to start this again. So today I want to talk about Kickstarters in terms of communicating, engagement, and my personal take on this. I am a project manager by trade. If anybody knows about project management, we deal with this type of thing all the time, delivering a project, whether it's a game, construction, software, whatever. I deal with project management, and some of the same things that come up, what I'm seeing on Kickstarter, are the same things that come up in my daily work. So the first thing I want to talk about is lateness. And this is the big topic today. It's really about what happens when you're late and you don't communicate to your patrons. So I'm going to start with a good campaign, Dungeons & Infinity. This was an excellent campaign. Yes, it is 2 years and the games are finally hitting people's houses, and mine I'm still waiting for probably another week, thanks to being in Yellowknife and COVID world. But there's nothing I can do. Jack and I have laughed about it. That's fine. But the thing I want to point out in his project, this was a passion project for Jack. He did an amazing job communicating and engaging. It was amazing. The first campaign didn't quite make it. He went back, retried it, did the second campaign. Right in sort of the last end of the week, he's going like, guys, we are like this close to the goal line. What can we do here? And right away, people were going, oh, I'm going to buy another copy. I bought another copy. Now, this wasn't a huge campaign, yet he communicated so well and engaged his sponsors, not his sponsors, his stakeholders. We are stakeholders in these projects. We're not retail. We are not buying from a big box store. You are pitching us a project. We are backing you. Soon as we back you, we are a stakeholder in this project. And once you are a stakeholder, communications is the number one thing that will get you out of just about any situation in a project. And Jack saw that. He communicated. In fact, he had 126 updates in the last year and a half or so. He, once a week, at least, he was on the Kickstarter board going, here's what's going on. Here's some pictures. We got some videos coming up. I would back again. He's also very active on Facebook. He answers every Facebook query. He is on Facebook. He is talking about his game. In fact, he just got on there. He sold 85 more copies. He's almost out of the print. And of course, I suggested when you do the second printing, let's have a big expansion. I didn't get a reply on that, but I'm sure there's an expansion on the horizon for this. He has built himself a little following, and he has stakeholders now who trust him. Now let's flip over to the next Kickstarter. Now, I am not mentioning the campaign. I am not mentioning the company. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm not misspeaking. If you know, I'm sure everybody's had experience, maybe not everybody has had experience on Kickstarters that just don't deliver or have delivered way, way, way late, have been less than stellar in communications and what they're doing. So recently on March 1st was the last update. Now, I was on the website yesterday because I do check Kickstarters probably weekly or bi-weekly to just make sure things are moving along and shipping, or where are they? Because I don't mind that you're going to ship late. Believe me, I don't back a project thinking you're going to deliver it on time. I've only had 2 projects, the last one being Marqueta de Lisboa 2 months ahead of time. Wow. That's only happened, I think, twice in the last 4 years that I've had games a couple of months before they said they were going to deliver them. But so on March 1st, this particular campaign put an update out and said, "Why are you bothering us?" Now, granted, the last update was probably mid-December before Christmas. "Why are you bothering us? We don't have anything to say right now. So we're way too busy to really spend any time talking to you." Now, wait a minute here. I'm a stakeholder. You can't spend 15 minutes or a half an hour once a month to say what is going on. It's been almost 7 weeks since their last update. And the last update was basically saying, "We don't care what you want. We're too busy to really worry about you. We're too busy doing stuff." But we don't know what that stuff is because they haven't really communicated. In fact, it was kind of like, "Yeah, we're this close. We're 99% done. We're ready for production." Well, there was a color problem. "Okay, we can't work with this guy. We're going to have to find a new guy." "Okay, the new guy. Yeah, we're just about there. There's a color problem." And this has happened about 3 or 4 times now in the last year. So far, they have delivered nothing. They have shown no proofs. They have shown no conceptual anything. They haven't been communicating to the stakeholders of their project. And then, of course, now you go on to the comment section or the update section, go down to the comments, and it's like, whoa, there are nastiness going on. Like, okay, I get it, negativity. Where's my product? You haven't shown us anything. You haven't talked to us. Where are you with this? Look, we backed this. We deserve something, some communications. And they are going unanswered. Now, in a couple of the comments, one gentleman had, or one person, I should say, contacted Kickstarter and said, what's the problem here? Why aren't we hearing anything? Kickstarter says, "Well, we've tried to get in touch with them. Yes, they should be, one of the guidelines is they should be touching base with their stakeholders on a monthly basis. But really, you backed it, buyer beware." Yeah, we know projects fail. Heck, I had a project. It's not failing, but one of the designer passed away, and everything he owned was sat in escrow or probate for quite a while before they could get it moving again. It is moving, and it's slowly churning, but he's communicating about it. Well, I'm sorry that this happens. Real life, people die, things happen. COVID happened. In my world, that's an unknown unknown. We weren't going to know that COVID was going to happen, nor did we know how to respond to it from a risk mitigation point of view. Okay, a little PM speak. But let's go back to this campaign. So Kickstarter said that. So they went to GameFound and said, "Hey, GameFounder, you've collected our money. We've given you our pledge. What's going on?" And they said, "We've tried to get in touch with these guys. These guys aren't communicating with us either." So now we've got Kickstarter going like, "We don't know what's going on." You got GameFound that says, "Well, we don't know what's going on. They're not communicating." Then we have people getting on there that say, "Well, I've had over the last number of years 4 or 5 campaigns that didn't deliver, and this seems to be a symptom of a undelivered project where they took I think this was like 260,000 euros and just said, 'Whoops, sorry,' and disappeared into the night." Now, I'm not saying that these guys are going to do that. Hey, 2 years from now, I might be getting this game. But I just want to say that, and I don't want to run this too much, but we are stakeholders. Communications is the key. And I think there's 2 projects here. One, Dungeons of Infinity, that did a great job. Thank you, Jack. And this other one that just sucks. And again, I'm not saying who it is, but that is my rant for today. Let's go to Kickstarter. Yay! We're going to talk about some Kickstarters, 5 Kickstarters. I hope you agree with me. If you do, put something down in the comments to say, "Yeah, I'm right." If you like this kind of stuff, I'm going to do it anyway, regardless. Like the video, possibly subscribe and hit notifications if you like to hear more of this stuff. I don't always get on a rant, but I think it's important to understand our role in Kickstarters, and we are stakeholders. Now, to Kickstarter. Welcome. And I thought I said what this was. I think that if you don't know what it is, this is Coffee and Kickstarter. I think I failed to mention that in the upcoming. I was so perturbed of me not recording this properly the first go around that I forgot, and I'll probably have to go back and do an intro. But let's chill out and look at some campaigns. I picked out 5 of the campaigns that I looked at. One of them was brought to my attention by Katja Howard on Board Game Revolution. I hang out on Board Game Revolution, Board Games for One, solo board games, those types of things. So if you ever want to connect with me, please say hi. My name is Harry Jacobs, and I am on those boards constantly, and I do post. So the first game, Cellulose. 2,250, almost 60 backers. You can see it churning up. We're almost at 100. We're at 180,000 for a $30,000 game. A plant cell biology game. Now, I am looking at this for the first time. So it is a 1 to 5, 14 and up, 45 to 90. And wow, I actually, to tell you the truth, I kind of like it so far. I have Infection, and this kind of reminds me of that game a little bit too. And what this is a worker placement that puts 1 to 5 players inside a plant cell. That theme now is very, very unique, and you compete for resources. Okay, we're gonna see how we do with cells. Okay, we've got board games, first player tokens, looks like some wooden meeples, cards. Oh, we got a collector's edition with inserts, all the good stuff. It backed in the first 3 days. Yay. Cytosis. So, okay. I don't know if that's a cell biology game. It sounds, wow, okay, that's cool, actually. I may do this. Sunrise phase, daytime phase. Oh, you can try it on Tabletop Simulator. You can read the rule book. All the things that we're looking for in a good Kickstarter seems to be here. Quotes, a designer of Wingspan, Ludiology. Now you should go off and watch this. We'll probably look it up on Kickstarter. My mouth is falling down here. It looks like we've got some playthroughs, Meeple Mountain, solo mode, scenarios, a little light on a playthrough, perhaps, a review, and first impressions. So it's a little worrisome that I don't see a playthrough. But let's just take a quick look here. $39 for the standard edition. If it goes to retail, it's a retail edition. So $39. If you're going to go into that, I wait for retail. Probably going to save yourself a mountain of shipping. If you're in like me, I'd probably like to get the collector's edition or both edition. I'm not sure because of the lack of playthroughs. I would have to go down to Tabletopia. Let's take a look at shipment. $17 for a $39 game. I definitely wouldn't back that. Sorry, guys. You know how I feel about that. This is almost half the price of the game. And I get it. Shipping is expensive, but I would go for the $99 game. I guess they're supplementing that. All in all, it looks like a pretty cool Kickstarter. It hits all the right buttons except for maybe the shipping a little bit and the lack of previews, but hey, that's cool. The theme really speaks to me. I don't know, man. I'm gonna just put a remind me on it. There you go, and we'll see what that's. We'll see how that goes. But let's look at the next one. Connecting flights. I looked at this early on Kickstarter. Obviously, it's turning up. You can see it's 20,000. There's 70,000. I don't think he even expected to see this. I think it's a first-time creator. Congratulations. Basically, you're connecting flights and putting flights together. You can see it's a card-based game. You land. What makes it fun to play? It's asymmetric, high player interaction, minimize fuel costs, combos. It's a retail edition is available, 150 cards. This looks like there's a lot of game here. for £35 for the economy class. That's $62 Canadian. That's not too bad. Business class obviously looks like it gives you more, and that's £45. Um, you want a player card? That's fine. I don't need to be on a player card. Customized clear plastic insert. So a little bit more business class. They didn't really describe it here on the side, but it is here. Now let's go take a look and see what they've got. They talk a little bit about the game. I'm thinking that, there's the pictures. A little late there. How to play cooperative mode, 1 to 2 players. Reviews and playthroughs. Looks like we have a few. Any big ones? There's one-stop co-op. Hungry Gamer. Yeah, okay. This is a good campaign, guys. There's the rule, TTS cooperative. They show you the team. Look at that. Project management, occupation. Guys, didn't I just talk about that, having a project manager? Kudos for this. I should back them just because of that. $19 to ship A. If I would get the pledge. That's good. I don't think I would have a problem with that. 19 euros, or pounds, I should say, which is about double. So about $40 in shipping makes it a $100 game. From Europe, that's probably okay. I'm not sure that I'm going to back it or not. They got a timeline. Good project management here, terms and conditions, risks and challenges. This is a good campaign, guys. Have a look at it. I'm just going to put a remind me on there. I like the campaign. It's got everything I'm looking for in a campaign. And I think they've done a bang-up job. Kudos to these guys for a really great campaign. Next is Shadow Planet. Now, what attracted me first to Shadow Planet was the almost the pulp style of artwork, similar to a game that I recently had bought, which is Space Pulp or whatever. I did a run through with it. It's a fun little card tableau builder. Really enjoy it. This one is 15 days ago, 45,000, 32,000, almost 600 backers. It looks like it's going to back. I'm going to say it's going to back. This is one of the things that got me that doesn't interest me. It's 3 to 5 players competitive. Well, so that means I'm going to have 3 players. That does not necessarily appeal in terms of the game itself. So 3 to 5 right away says, nah. Minimum I want 2, but better I want solo. So there's no solo here. That's okay though. Deck building. I love deck building. Unique characters. The board is interesting. Strategic rules, artwork, story. The cast. Okay, this very Pulp Fiction-y style. I like that. Looks like we got some minis or busts. Interesting. There's a graphic novel. It's a PDF, so you can grab it. Looks like the core box is only 40 euros. 6 characters. You got some vehicles, the board, indicators, player sheets, 140 cards. Listen to a soundtrack. Not necessarily I care about that. We have an add-on, so you can spend 5 euros for an add-on. We got some stretch goals, but they haven't really defined it other than the 5 objective cards, which probably sounds like the add-on at this point. We got some social goals. Always good to have social goals that are not necessarily key to money. We've got Rhino. We've got some Dice Tower. We've got some Netherlands. It's nice to see other than English. So I'm really enjoying that. Other than English. Canada's 26 euros to ship. Well, let's take a look at the prices, guys. A Fleet Commander, retailers only. A 40-euro game, and you're asking for 26 euros to ship. Yeah, nope. There's no TTS that I saw, no tabletop, so I could get a look at it. This is a good campaign. Don't get me wrong. I think the campaign is good. I hope they fund. but I am not going to fund it for two basic reasons. One, there's no solo mode. It's 3 to 5 players, and the shipping is just, almost as much as the game. Like I'm not paying 26 euros for a 39 euro game. Not just worth it. If it comes to retail, woohoo! I would probably can pick it up for. It'll probably be a $60 or $70 game here in Canada, and I'll save myself a little bit of money. But that is Shadow Planet. I encourage you to go look at it and make your own decisions. Here's one that's interesting, and I I have been to Paris. I have taken the sewer tour, and it's historical. If you have pictures of Les Miserables in your head, where Valjean is going through the sewer with the young Marius over his shoulder, uh, quite the or quite the image. And there's an attractionness of theme here. Now, I did look through this earlier. It kind of reminds me of Jaws of the Lion. It, in the way it looks like there's cards. You move on a map, a modular map. It's got some solo play. You've got some unique characters: a butcher, a blacksmith, a tailor, an alchemist, an angler. We have beasts. Now we only have a preview, and Mark does a great job on his previews for Dice Tower. Thank you, Mark. Let's take a look at Dark Past. This looks like Man versus Meeple, perhaps. Yep, Man versus Meeple. I'd like to see a playthrough. So there is a bit of that lacking. It does have solo play. It doesn't really explain how to play. So I would say this is a little, here it is. Here's your gameplay. A little bit of a blurb here. Beast Piles. Intriguing, but it doesn't really give me a sense of what it really is. Must navigate. Let's just see if I can. I'm sorry, guys, going really fast. Gain additional skills. 50 chambers become increasingly more dangerous. Yeah, looks really cool. But there's no really, other than this little blurb about play, there's no playthroughs. There is some solo play. Yeah, I don't know if there's enough here to actually be as a first. And are they first time creator? No, they have created 5 before. Let's just see what they've created before. I'm interested. I always say Balk and Yaz. So nothing I've seen before. So I don't know. So it doesn't look like there's any specifically mainstream games here. Close that down. I think you need to take a look at this and judge for yourself. 24 days. They've been I think it's only been a day or two. They got a $50,000 goal, which I think is about right for them. They're only about a third of the way through. It kind of makes me worry that, as you know how campaigns go, they got to get a flurry of activity at the beginning, then it sort of bottoms out for about until 48 hours before, and then a lot of people jump on the bandwagon. Don't know if it's going to fund. Hope it does. Looks like a cool project. I'm going to come back to it. I'm just going to put a remind me there, but I do really like the theme. This one was brought to my attention by Katja Howard. She thinks it deserves a little bit of love from the backers and people to back it. I looked through it yesterday. Normally, I try not to look at the Kickstarters because I want you to get my impressions as. Oh, sorry, my dog is under my table, and I kicked her. I'm bad. Anyway, Legends of the Void looks very interesting. 1 to 4, 45 minutes a player, 14 plus. The outer lands of our home are fading away under the gaze of Lumen. The void is devouring us. Okay, that's if you've been into my videos before, that's the hurry, get your ass to work, because it's just about 7 in the morning. Travel across the outer lands. So it looks like we have a bit of a module board. We choose our heroes. We lead a faction. Oh, Tortuga. Oh, okay. We go to the void. Looks like Seraphs and Moloch. Oh, Moloch! Yay! Cthulhu. Okay, you're starting now to piqued my interest. I didn't really go too bad, cast some scrolls, so we got some magic. We placed some tiles. There's a solo variant. Okay, 59 euros for a hero pledge. That's not bad. Looks like there's a lot in the box. We got a how to play. I think that's Toyd Games, so I think that's them. Legends of, so there is a playthrough at least, though there's a game overview. No quotes though. Let me just see. Game images. Well, there's lots of images, so they have a prototype. Then we got some stretch goals. Shipping to Canada is 19 euros. So there's no quotes, no big reviewers here. I sent them an email. They understand that. And I talked to them a bit about it yesterday, saying, where are the previewers here? I think you would get better traction if you had somebody like, somebody like Stella or Man versus Meeple or Hungry Gamer or Mike from the Co-op Shop or any of the boys from the Co-op Shop. 59 euros. So it's an $80 game, $90 game for, and what was the shipping to Canada? Was 19, yeah. So again, you got to almost not quite double it, so probably about $30. So it makes it a $100 game. Probably is a $100 game, but I'm not totally sure. But I wanted to bring this to your attention, guys. It looks amazing. I think you need to look for it yourself, explore the website, and make a judgment on your own. I'm going to put a remind me on there. And those are the 5 Kickstarters that I've backed today, or not backed, saved. I haven't backed any of them at this point. My wife listens to me, and then I will be yelled at if I said I backed something. So, but that is it for Coffee and Kickstarter. Again, if you like something, please hit the like button. If you have a comment, go below. I really would love you to subscribe, be part of my community. And if you want to see more, get the notifications when I put stuff up by hitting the bell. Thanks, everybody. I will talk to you later on next week's Coffee and Kickstarter. Hi, guys. This is a little tack on. I know I ended the show, but I just thought I'd make a quick mention to Dark Mages Advanced Edition. I do have the game that came out about a year ago. This is a advanced edition of the game. There's some rule changes, card changes, new art. Eric Blaney from Quebec is the creator, and I think that as a Canadian, North of 60 Gaming, where we're out of Yellowknife, Northwest Territories, I want to really just call out that this is a good campaign. The game is okay, but it's worth a look at. I mean, it's not too bad as price-wise. $45 for the essential tier, and $15 shipping across Canada, so $60. It isn't a solo game, something I typically look for. There's not a lot in terms of playthrough videos. There is the rule book. You can see the artwork here and whatnot. We've got some stretch goals. Sorry, the Canada shipping. Yeah, it's 15 US. So about $20. So it makes the game about $80 Canadian. Some stuff where he says, hey, we were great. People loved us. I don't see any reviewers. I don't see any previewers. Don't see any quotes. Don't see a playthrough. But I just want to bring the light. If you are a supporter like me of Canadian games and Canadian designers, then I just wanted to point out that this is available to you. I think it's important for us as Canadians to encourage our designers to create games out there, especially in a world where there's so much competition. That's it for me. Just bringing that out to you guys. You can see I got my sunglasses on. I was just out with the dogs for the lunchtime walk. It is just about a little bit of afternoon here in Yellowknife, and the sun is shining bright, and the weather is wonderful. Anyway, talk to you later.